Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Let's get into this. What is the message for the 24th of March? We have the Four of Pentacles. Someone could be holding on, holding back. This is usually where I think someone's inner child is trying to decide, do I want to be a gladiator or a cowboy? Who do I want to be in this? And this kind of almost feels like, do I want to come in and fight for something, or do I want to ride away? If this is someone's inner child trying to figure it out, they know that it's time to make that final decision, but he is looking at the cowboy. It's like someone's inner child is like, you know what, I think it's time to let this go. But let's just see. Tell me more about this. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of confusion on that, right? Confusion, a lot of different ways that something could go. The Four of Pentacles is somebody who's been holding on, but also holding back. The Wheel of Fortune says, it's time, make a choice. And it's like, but it's confusing because I don't know what she thinks. Okay, but what do you want, character? They could be possibly a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but then we actually have stronger energy coming from Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. We have Page of Wands. Okay, so it's like, well, I have a little bit of interest in, a little bit of spark of interest. That's not really enough. Knight of Wands in the reverse. They have a little bit of a spark. They don't want to, they're not super passionate. They don't want to rush in and then rush away. They're at a point where they know that they need to make a decision. This could be a divine masculine who needs to make a final decision. Am I ever moving toward her, or am I going to stay away from her? It's like, I have this little interest, but I don't know if it's enough to make me move toward her. What is the underlying reason you don't seem to want to move toward her? King of Cups, but the Seven of Swords sideways. Because if I do come in and tell her that I love her, she might think I'm lying. Or she might lie to me. Does he think she's a liar? Hold on. King of Wands. So we have the story possibly of it, and again, it never matters to me what gender we're talking about. But right now, it seems like we have a king who doesn't trust that even if he loves someone, he is too jealous or rattled, or he'll never feel like he could be sure that she wouldn't have somebody else, or she wouldn't leave him for somebody else. Now, let me ask, is this just your insecurity? Is this the bottom line of why you don't really want to move toward her? Because it's just, she's a wild card. You think she could get with somebody else. 10 of Cups. She's looking for her 10 of Cups. She wants to be happy, but do you think you couldn't make her happy? You said that you love her a lot. You're still thinking that maybe I don't want to move toward her because, I would never believe that she's really happy. Two of Wands and the Fool. If I put all my eggs in one basket to be with her, I still, if anything, that gives her all the power, and then she could choose somebody instead of me. Wow. If this is how little this character thinks about himself, if he's this concerned, though, also about power and control instead of just loving someone without all of this overthinking and this, he's sabotaging this, saying, I don't want to be with somebody that I would give my all to, like her, because then she would hold all the power and I would always be so scared. What if she's lying to me? What if she's with somebody else? Okay, I think that this person may have a lot of self-worth issues. They have a lot of fears. If their underlying reason is, I don't want to be with her because I love her too much, you need to go work on yourself, baby. How would I ever trust that she really wants to be with me? So you would deny yourself the person you most love, and also prefer not to give them love because of your fears. She would hold the power and she could choose someone other than you. And that would hurt too much. So forget the 10 of Cups, forget the happiness, forget that you love her, forget all of that. And it's time to decide, I guess, to hold back and ride away. Universe, do you want to go ahead and weigh in on that one? Because Seven of Sacred Circles. The universe is like, enough time has been spent growing, or enough time has been spent that this is maybe where our character is at. As much as they've grown, this is where they're going to be. Princess of Swords. If this is the realization that they've come to, like, I know this about myself now, this is why I don't want to move toward her. And now, okay, accepting that part of their, their persona is maybe one chunk of, where they've grown to. And now they're going to have to go and learn more about themselves. Now they might also, the universe also might be like, and now they're just going to spy on her. It feels like, why the Wheel of Fortune, universe? Why the Wheel of Fortune? Because Wheel of Fortune, because it really is time. Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords. Honestly, it actually says she's done with this too. If she was kept in any stress, she's saying, I don't want to deal with the stress that a person has caused me. I'm done being alone, wondering if they're ever going to come back into my life. So she's stepping into the Queen of Swords energy, and you notice she's waving bye-bye to this isolation, this loneliness, this stress that she's felt. So this has been a state of grief. She could have let go of this a long time ago. That's what it always means to me. My puppy ate it when he was a baby. So that's what happened to the other chunk of this card, but I still use it because to me, that tells me something else about all of this. That tells me that, okay, so she could have already moved on from this, but didn't. Meanwhile, he only just now got to the point where he was able to like sleuth out, I want her, I really love her, but I don't want to give her that kind of power. So I think maybe I would, I'd never trust that she really wants to be with me. Okay, hang on. Am I right in thinking then that he's going to hold back from her? I mean, that's what it looked like, but what if I'm wrong? Let's go all the way back here. That Page of Wands, he said, I have, a spark, but I don't want to take an action toward her. But maybe it's that I don't want to come in and be wishy-washy. But the big fear is, how will I ever trust that she doesn't want somebody instead of me? That's so scary. Page of Wands. What's the Page of Wands? Actually, no, let's change decks. Let's let him do his own talking. Page of Wands here. Palace of Wands. Well, that's the heart. That's his heart space. That is his heart, knowing what he wants. But Page of Swords and Empress in the reverse. See, I still see him saying, and what I want is, I really love her. I want to just spy on her, though. I definitely, in fact, I even maybe want to figure out, hopefully I'll see stuff in her that I don't like if I spy on her long enough, so that I won't have to think that I missed out on the love of my life. Honey, you're missing out on the love of your life. I'm sorry, but I don't see this. The universe, let's go back to the universe. Universe, you want to weigh in on that? Yeah. In time, what they will realize is the exact reverse. You missed out on not only your Empress, but like the ultimate power couple, the person you should have stepped up and become, the person you could have been with her, the life you could have lived with her. What you're going to see as you spy, they're convinced that they're going to spy, and that's their choice right now. They don't want to go toward her because even though they know how much they love her, their jealousy is just off the charts on this one. So I'm going to spy, and I love her, but I'm just going to spy on her. And you know what? I'll probably see that she wasn't really right for me. And the universe is like, nope, you're going to see the exact reverse. And it might not even take very long. This is 3 days to 3 months. What they're going to see is that was their chance at the most fertile life, the best version of themselves, the one they would have been the best with, and the greatest happiness. That song, is it Lee Bryce, Your Memory I Don't Mess With? The girl I was the best with. I'll fall right back with one step, always leaving me helpless. I, this song is like, I mean, obviously it's somebody who remembers every detail and it's the love of their life. And that's why he won't even let himself think about her. Like, that's what the song is. And I feel like that's what this character is going to do. Universe, what's going to happen for her? Because she's done being stressed out. She's done being on the island of loneliness. She's stepping into the ring of fire. She's starting to dance again, laugh again. This is the 9 of Cups. She's going to be very, very happy. Very, very happy. This is her first having happiness being single. Yeah, she's coming out of tremendous heartbreak. She is a little bit more guarded, but she also has greater perspective. Like, she may have spent a lot of years, and I do mean years, that she waited for him because it didn't make sense. Why would he not pick to be with me? But we see her being very grounded, and we see her fully participating in her life, and she will have a very good long life. She will have a huge life story. Even if she doesn't have grandchildren yet, she will. She has lots and lots and lots of life, but she will have learned, a lesson about heartbreak, that sometimes people are too jealous to allow themselves to have the very thing that they most want, and that sucks for them. She will know, though, this is actually, maybe she will understand over time anyway, that he is the one who will never forget her. He is the one who walks in the sorrow, because she actually is able to draw a line in the sand and move on. I mean, we already saw her moving on and being very happy. If he's not choosing to ever get out of his own way, for her, it doesn't stand in her way. She will live a whole second chapter of life, a different life than she would have if she had been with him. But if he was not healthy enough in this lifetime, or couldn't free himself from that jealous streak enough to be with her. Although, hold on, let me ask this. If the universe says, oh, he's going to discover in not too long that he made an epic mistake, that she was his emperor and he should have been her empress, what then? We have the Ace of Discs in the reverse, but the Star upright. For some reason, he still says there's no way I could ever come back and have a do-over with her. She's so out of my league. So you notice how he finds a way to sabotage it every turn. You know what? I'm not going to go toward her because I'd love her too much, and then I couldn't trust that she'd really be faithful to me. So never mind. I'll just spy on her, and I'll probably find out she's not that great. Oh shit, she's amazing. She's the best thing I ever saw. But now she's too good for me. She's out of my league. There's no way I could go toward her now. They were determined to find a way to not be with her. And that all speaks of their own problems inside themselves. It's never been about her. It's always been their own stumbling blocks. And I think this is her saying, yeah, I know. I figured it out. Maybe it took me a lot of years, but I figured it out. They ride on this horse in all of their outfit to protect themselves, and they are the ones that are brokenhearted, trying to protect themselves from a broken heart, but they actually lock it in. They leave behind the happiness that they could have, destined to keep creating more pain for themselves. That's what they do. Well, I'm not going to do that. I really feel like she moves on and she lives a really good life. What is the outcome for them? I mean, we see them saying, well, I'm not ever going to get over her. We have the Strength card. I feel like it's a lifetime of maybe trying to grow spiritually, because we do have like the rosary beads. They may be spending a lifetime trying to find courage to overcome this deep fear they have of, it's like they don't ever want to be left. They don't ever want to be cheated on. They don't ever want something like that to happen to them. So they just cannot give their heart. And maybe this is a lifetime where they just have to learn to have courage. And if that's great life's work, if this is the lesson that they have to work on. 9 of Pentacles, and they have to find their inner strength. So I don't see them ever ending up with anybody. Who does she end up with, universe? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune again, 2 of Swords. Sorry, she got no clothes on. She's master of her own ship. She probably, with the 2 of Swords, The fact that she's naked at the helm of her ship and she is coasting through with her eyes blindfolded, saying, "Universe, take the wheel. Wherever I end up is wherever I end up. The only thing I'm not going to do is sail backwards." She has to put them out of her mind. I will say that. And then she just floats on into new love. Who she ends up with could be a Knight of Cups. This could be someone who is extremely loving. She may sail into somebody's life. It may be not that someone enters her world, but rather she enters theirs. Wow. This person could be older than her. This person could be someone that is, they're going to be crazy about her. They could be a Gemini. They could have some duality to them. They could be a different nationality than she is. She ends up in a very, very, very happy life. This is somebody that, like, they spoon every night. Like there's in such a lover's embrace, there's such a warmth. Basically everything that she didn't get. Remember, she was the Queen of Swords on that lonely island. I can see where, like, is it John Michael Montgomery? Something about "I want to be loved too much," or that's one song. But I think the song I'm thinking of by him is "I Want to Be Loved Like That." I think it's him who sings it. Both of those are country songs, like 90s. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.